with a sword in his hand and his face to the sky. He fought with the blessing of the great Yomadai. With each mighty swing, his brave heart paved the way for the people of Feindar to run and escape. 100 he vanquished, much evil he slew. Hero of Nemathis, so noble and true. For justice and freedom, his life carries on. For the spirit of Elwood will never be gone.
That's a mighty fine voice you have, Ulrich. Sir Elwood was surely a great man. Did you ever know him?
Aye, thank you. And, yes. I knew him quite well, actually. He was a great man.
I hope I could be a hero like that, too. One day.
I'm sure you will, my friend. Why, if history has taught us anything, all it takes is being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing.
Speaking of that, can you tell me more of the story? The survivors.
Well, I was planning on waiting to share it at the end, but... Who am I to stand in the way of a good story? I'll gladly tell it 1,000 times. Let's begin. As the light dwindled and darkness began to sweep the countryside, our heroes heard the blood-curdling screams of a child. Without hesitation, they ventured towards the cry. They soon found themselves entering a wooded alcove in the forest. Aiden brandished a lantern, and as Orin surveyed the clearing, they discovered 2 children and a dead hobgoblin. A young boy with a badly broken leg lay crying on the ground. A girl stood near him, trembling with a knife, screaming for help. As Theros and Orin approached to aid, the party was ambushed and surrounded by 4 hobgoblins. Aiden beheaded his opponent with a powerful swing of his sword. Nyari overpowered another hob, cleaving it in 2. A swift strike from Theros dispatched the 3rd, and Orin brought down his mighty warhammer to finish them off. It's okay, we're here to help you. Don't be afraid. Let me try to fix up that leg of yours.
You kind of get close, and the boy is just, he's still kind of tears in his eyes from the pain, and the girl is there, and you can see that in her eyes she's terrified, like she's looking at all of you guys with a terrified expression, and she's kind of like, don't hurt us, they made us do it, we didn't want to, and she's just kind of cowering there still.
Sure. Don't worry, we're not going to hurt you. We're here to help.
Our heroes escort the 2 children, Astrid and Ebos, and the survivor Edrin, back to the farm to rest for the night. The next morning, they return to camp, where they are met with an unsettling mystery.
You can see that Rena is next to 2 people that are in a tent, and it looks like they are ill. They're running fevers. And she sees Orin is looking at the 2 people with fevers, and she says, "Oh yes, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with them. I only just had some moment to look into them. Talden there, he said that he wasn't feeling very well last night, and he was starting to run a fever. And then just this morning, Hubir also came down with similar symptoms. Both of them are running a pretty high fever, and they're not feeling very well." And as she's explaining some of this stuff, Orin, you are able to identify that they have a disease known as filth fever.
Where were you? What were you in charge of with the camp? Were you out looking for food, or were you helping with the animals?
Hubir answers, and he says, "No, we were looking over the sheep. I think all four of us were looking over the sheep there."
The party splits up to investigate the cause of the disease.
We came back and saw that Teldon and Hubir are not feeling great and just trying to figure out what's going on so we can avoid any sort of spread of this throughout the camp.
Oh, yes. Three of us came out here. We were trying to kind of brainstorm what was going on, and none of us saw anything going wrong with any of the animals. They're acting fine. I'm not feeling sick at all, and I don't think they are either. She got emotions, and then Tydell is like, yeah, I feel fine as well. So you're there, and Joss is like, yeah, I feel fine for the most part. I mean, a little bit of a headache, but I haven't been drinking as much as I used to, so I feel mostly fine, though. And as you're kind of talking with the three of them, Joss kind of starts to... You can see that he's starting to sweat a little bit, and he kind of starts to, like, wobble a bit. And, like, you notice this, the others notice this, and they're like, you feeling all right there, Joss? Tydell says, and Joss is like, oh, yeah, sorry, I just got a little bit of a headache, and he kind of stumbles forward a bit and puts his arm out and kind of, like, steadies himself on your shoulder, and as he does just vomit right down the front of you, and you're not able to react in time to step out of the way.
She looks up and just... Okay.
Yeah, LaRosa and Tydell both step back and they're like, oh my goodness, Joss!
You know what? I was really needing to wash my armor anyway. This is fine. LaRosa immediately is just like, Tydell, you take him to Rena with the others. Here, Nyari, here, let me help you. And then she kind of goes off with you. Just keep your distance. This is not pleasant.
Okay. You're both looking through all of these, the rations here. So again, these are mostly the rations.
Food.
You don't see anything wrong with the rations. It looks like Jet has done a pretty good job of organizing them all. You would know that you would also have to check the rations or water skins that the people infected specifically used. You find the water skin that they used, and Oren, again, with that survival check, you're looking it over, and you can tell that this water skin has started to taint the water that's within it. It is a poorly treated leather water skin. I don't know if it's maybe one of the ones that you guys found off the hobgoblins, which wouldn't have been in great repair. But this particular water skin has started to go bad and is tainting the water, and you think that what probably happened is those guys were all on watch together, looking over the animals. They probably shared the same water skin, and they're all getting sick from it because they used that specific water skin.
As the others are searching, Aiden spends a tender moment with Oberyn the Green.
Oberyn, he'll call out.
Yes, Aiden. I see you're back. That's good to hear. What can I help you with?
Do you have a moment?
Yes, I have plenty of moments.
He'll kind of walk in and take a seat, and he'll be quiet for a little while as he's trying to figure out how to say it. We only looked from the forest, but we saw corpses, just hundreds and hundreds of people, and they hung the bodies, Oberyn, on the bridge.
Aiden, I'm sorry. Part of me feels that if I hadn't been so useless during the attack, maybe I could have helped. Maybe I could have saved your grandfather. I don't know.
Oberyn, no. You saved these people, and everyone did their best. And now we have to keep doing that. We have to survive for everyone else who didn't. I need to become a ranger, Oberyn. I know that now. It is not just a dream. It's something I have to do.
After dealing with the issues at the camp, the group decides their next course of action: investigate Gristledown, a village to the north. Along the way, they encounter a patrol of hobgoblins. Arrows fly back and forth as they slowly close the distance to each other. Aiden lets loose a flurry, Orin bellows Torag's fire from his belly, and Nyari charges. The Blood Rager danced across the battlefield with precision and ferocity, cutting through her foes one by one. Finally, the fiends all lay dead, and our heroes collected their spoils. They continued on, cautiously approaching the village, uncovering a dramatic scene.
You see fire raising above the trees in the distance.
Oh no.
Much more fire than you would expect from a small town. And as you get closer and closer, you find Gristledown. And you can see that all of the buildings have been burned to cinders, except for the longhouse, which has 2 walls still erect, and pinned to those walls are the flayed skins of half a dozen humanoid figures. And you can see in the distance there's a small field, and it looks like there's a mound there, and the mound is stained red.